To cover because the timing is so quick, but able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football. That's why he was able to bat it away.
This offense so far on third down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Simmons. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Well, don't change. Channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Forbath able to convert the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still have to be careful.
Yeah, because it's so a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over. But Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Off the play fake. Simpson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one complete. He finds Sharp and able to rip off a big chunk of yards. Before being dropped inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
3-19!
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete here.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Set! Green, 39! Green!
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there.
Here we go.
Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
3-19! 3-19!
He'll drop to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Second and 9 now from the 21. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. This is Barkley. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Let's go. What? 90.
Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines, and they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Orlando, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.